2006 went by so fast. I guess that's because we were having so much fun. Talk about jet setters. We literally trotted around the globe. We rock and rolled in Las Vegas, baby, for the Horse of the Year awards. Another stop was North Carolina to watch some of our Delaware babies in training. We made our annual trip to the Meadowlands for the $1 Million Hambletonian. Saw my friend Tommy sing the national anthem and John Campbell win his 6th Hambletonian.
That's why they call it not the Hambletonian, but the Campbelltonian.
For the first time ever, I went to the Little Brown Jug in Delaware, Ohio, and you got to come along. We cheered on our local celebs, snuck into the paddock, or at least tried to, and joined the Winter Circle celebration. And remember when Billy and I took you with us on our honeymoon to Italy? The ancient Roman ruins were cool, but the racetrack was way more fun. We couldn't understand the announcer, and the tellers didn't speak English, but didn't we have a ball? And who could forget my bridal shower, custom made for a racetrack princess? It was at Harrington Raceway, and I had my own special race and everything. And well, the wedding wasn't at the track, but on that day, I felt like I had won the Hambletonian. We didn't party the whole time on the show. You know, I always like to add a little harness racing 101 to our lives. For instance, we took a ride in the new fancy schmancy starting gate at Dover Downs.
Hey, Heather.
Hey, Brandon.
Shorty Robinson taught us about a common piece of equipment, the head pole, and we visited Doc Riddle to see what happens inside the oxygen chamber. The magnificent Greyhound took us back in time with his grace and awesome ability. And speaking of going back in time, we celebrated the 60th anniversary of Harrington Raceway at a VIP Who's Who A-list soiree. When it came to our athletes, we got to honor 2 15-year-olds in January. Pilgrim's Fiery and Tri Casey earned a well-deserved retirement celebration. Rainbow Blue, who also hung up her harness this year to be a mommy, graciously donated items to the Harrington Historical Museum for a display. We saw Delaware diva Shakeaway return to the track after a pregnancy and 2 injuries. She's come back better than Demi Moore, and without all the plastic surgery. And how about 2006 brought us the fastest race ever when Holborn Hanover set off the teletimer in 1:46 and 4. But someone who could give Holborn Hanover a run for his money is Mike Cole. He won his 3rd straight Rickshaw Rumble, an event that raises money for horses who can no longer compete. I'm here with horse and driver. First of all, Susan Ellers is the horse. How do you feel tonight?
I'm telling you what, I feel so good. We got in a little bit cheaper this year.
I picked this horse out about a month ago, and the past week he's been in total quarantine. No partying, no smoking, no drinking, no women, just work, 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 work.
Speaking of great causes and nice people, Kenny Wood told us about his journeys to Africa to install wells for people who desperately need clean water. We had so many ultra-talented and interesting guests on the show, including Norm Short, who was a postman by day and a paddock judge by night. Rick McLeish, who has standard breads to go along with his Stanley Cups. We met so many great people and had too much fun. Actually, though, is there really such a thing as too much fun?
If you could be in anyone's freezer as like a pint of ice cream, whose freezer would you be in?
Well, I guess for sake of my marriage, I'd have to say mine.
How many children do you have? And we want to know how big they were when they were born. See, I already know, but
No, Heather.
she had like a couple 11 pounds.
Yes,
2 11-pounders and a 10-pounder, and the various pounders below that.
We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a happy birthday and a Merry Christmas.
Don't quit your day job, Heather.
George Washington, we know, is on one side. Do you know who that is on that side with the Delaware State
Would
Quarter?
that be Paul Revere?
No,
know.
but that was a good guess. At least you tried. It's Caesar Rodney.
Okay.
Now, Caesar Rodney is the most famous Delawarean ever. He would declare independence against Britain, and that's why today we are a free country.
Well, we ought to
Thanks
thank that
to
guy, huh?
Caesar Rodney, yes.
Thank God for that guy.
Heather, are you losing weight? You were a lot bigger, like, you know what I mean, in the buttocks.
Who's the other mayor? Burning Point. Yeah, sometimes I get a little brain cramp, but that's okay. You are like one of the most successful stallions in Delaware.
You're almost worth going after now that you're married, I can tell you.
Almost worth. The highlight of my year was meeting George Foreman, who has horses with George Teague.
Found George Teague down here. They said he's the best. He's got the best name in the world, George.
I actually like that name.
Yeah, so, hi, I like you. Would you be my friend? Come in.
Thank you. It was a remarkable season. Didn't we have a blast together? I thought so. Thanks for watching and loving the show. I can't wait to see what kind of fun we'll get into in 2007.